Everybody, welcome back. This is Grand Hotel from Stamperia. It's a mini album that we've been making. We're going to finish it up today. The collection is Grand Hotel from Stamperia. It is the 22-page collection. I will link it for you down below. The cardstock is Navy, Artisan, and Burgundy from Country Craft Creations. I am on the design team there, but this is not a sponsored post. And this is not a design team project, but I always use that cardstock. It's my favorite, so I will link that as well down below. And as you can see, we're going to do the cover today. And actually, we're going to finish today. So I've got a rough layout of how I want everything to go. We've already made this person a previous video. I didn't show you cutting out the handle, but it's in the templates, which are free, and they're listed on my, they're listed down below. They're on my blog. It's a cutting guide. So when you get the cutting guide, the templates will be included. Okay? So I took a picture of this. It's no guarantee I'm going to remember where everything went, but I have a pretty good idea. So let me just take a couple of these things off. And you can see what I have here. Let me pull this off. I've got a couple of doilies they're just from a package that I got. I'm not even sure where, but probably Michael's. I don't even know, it doesn't even say, but it's assorted sizes. I might have got them even at a home store or something. And they were, let's see, how big are these? The little one is about 3.5 inches. The bigger one, 4.5. And as you can see, I cut some of the bigger one off because I didn't want it sticking out in some places. So that's those, and then these three little pieces here are pieces of ephemera from this Tim Holtz ideology collection that I just had in my stash. And they're not really necessary if you don't have them, but I like them and I wanted to use them. I'm not going to ink that. I don't really want these pieces to stand out too much. Hang on. So I'm not going to ink them too much, but I do want to tone down these a little bit. So I'm going to ink these just a touch. And hello, Holly. And usually you get Jolly. Today you're getting Holly. Hey, boo-boo. Don't eat the flowers. No, no, no. Don't eat the flowers. Come here. Oopsies. Normally I'd let her hang around a little bit, but I've just got too much stuff on this table for that today. Okay, there we go. So just inked very lightly on these edges of these two pieces, not at all on the flower. So let me go ahead and put that to the side. And I did take a picture, but I think I'm just going to play around. All right, so what I do know that these doilies, though, are just about where I want them, so I think I'm just going to tack them down with a little glue. I'm not inking the doilies. What I really want to stand out here is the little purse pocket, so I'm not going to emphasize these other items. And as you can see, I'm just putting just a little bit of glue. I may add more glue, but for now it'll keep them from moving around too much while I play with some other things. Okay, now I want this to go just about here, just overlapping that Special Days a little bit of the doilies poking out. And I cut this one doily because it was showing down at the bottom, which I didn't want. Okay, and then let's see, we're going to have these pieces, and they're tucked underneath. And this one goes underneath this one. I really quite liked this one, but I found the dark birds just didn't look that well, so I ended up putting it underneath. Let me pull this one up a bit. Just playing with these a little bit, and then we'll get the handle and see how that looks. We want to put these two down a little further. Hang on. Okay. Put that over a little bit, and that one down a little bit. still think this one's too high. Let's put that down a little bit. I just want these poking out a little bit. Like I said, I don't want them to be the focus. Now see, I don't like the way that and that end up in exactly the same spot, so maybe I do need it a little higher. That looks pretty good. And there's a flower that's going to go on that handle right there. That looks pretty good. Okay, so let me carefully lift this up. Hold those down. I mean, they can shift a little and it'll still be fine, but I'm just gonna... Can't even see if there's any glue coming out. Hopefully there is. There we go. I'm gonna turn this so I can see better. This one down. There we go. And I want these corners to be stuck down. So let me get up in there and add some glue. There we go. Okay, and then now that we have those, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to these doilies. Let's keep them down. Okay. There we go. And this is going to be held down by the actual pocket, but I might as well put just a little dab. There we go. Same over here. Okay, so now we have the sort of base pieces down, and the pocket is going to go right there. I don't want it angled too much. Angled a little bit, but not sharply, not like that. More a shallow angle. Right about there, I think looks good. And then the handle is going to go right there. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink I'm going to put adhesive. I'm using my art glitter glue on the handle. And you could put the handle up on foam or something if you wanted to give it a little more dimension. Let's put this back where it's going to go, just slightly angled like that. And then this way I can be sure I'm putting the handle right where I want it. That looks good. Okay. All right. Okay. And then the purse is going to go right there. And we're just going to, now you could, if you wanted, leave the top open and slide things behind it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. You could use score tape for this if you want. I'm going to use the art glitter glue. press it down well. Okay, that looks really cute. And I'm going to try and find some kind of exotic looking jewel to put there. I have some of the crystals, like these pink ones, but I don't know. It's not, for one, it's not big enough, and two, I just wanted something, maybe a little gold on it, or like a little cameo or something. I don't know, but something other than that. Okay, so there's our purse. Now, I've got this little flower that I'm just going to tuck right here. It'll fit just slightly under there. Okay, so I have another one of these pieces of ephemera, which I'm going to place right about there. And then I have these flowers, and I think that this flower and these two little flowers are from Prima Misty Rose. I'm not 100% certain, but I think they are. And I'm not sure where this one came from. It might be part of Misty Rose also, but I'm not sure. I don't think, it looks a little glitzy for that collection, so I'm not sure. But I just dragged these out of my stash. And we're going to put that there. And then we will put this little one up here, the lighter one, and then the little green one here, like that. So I'm not fussing too much with this cover. Like, I'm not adding a ton of flowers, just a few. I think that looks pretty good. Whoops, I forgot that was holding up my book. Okay, so let's go ahead and do these. I'm not inking this because I don't really want it to stand out too much. It's just a base for the project, I think. You know, I say I'm not going to ink it, but then I wonder maybe I should. Let me do this bottom part where it's not going to show and see what I think. Yeah, just a little, just very little. I'm not even inking the tool here. I'm just using whatever's left on it. Okay, just a little bit. That may even be too much, but that's all right. Okay, so let's glue that down. And all right, so I don't really need glue on this side. Okay, there we go. That looks good. And then we're going to put this one down. Right about there. Okay. And then the green one. And then we have this little one here, and that's the same as this one. There we go. That goes like that. And I don't know if I'm going to add anything else. I may decide later to add something, but I just feel like it has just enough. And then this still, of course, opens, and we will tuck some things in there. Okay. All right, let me pull this out. I was just using, you can see my book is not so chunky that it's fully flat. Once you add pictures and stuff, of course, it'll come up more. And there's that. Now let me show you what we've got. You know what? I'm going to clean up some of this stuff, and then I'll come back and we'll look and see where we're at. Okay, so I've cleaned up my space. Let me set this aside for a moment. Oops, I forgot to put that one away. And I have this little envelope. I got it in a whole set of them from Michael's. You can see it's all kind of crushed. I've had it for a long time. It's 4 by 3. It's like a little policy envelope. It's a Recollections brand. And I'm just going to take this little scrap and glue it to the front. I'm not going to try to decorate the back. Just as another little item to put in the book. And then I may make a just a little matted photo mat or something to put on the inside. Okay. And I'm hoping that when I mat it, that'll flatten it out a little bit. Okay. And let's go ahead and do that. Okay. There we go, and that did flatten that out nicely. Okay, and let's bring the book back and I'll show you in a minute what we're going to do with that. Okay, so let me show you where we're at on the inside of the book. I've left this completely plain, again, for a big photo or whatever you want, but you can put a tuck spot there, or if you did, as I mentioned, you could. If you cut this, of course, you'll have a little pocket. So here's the inside of this. Now we open this. Here's the little tuck spot that we made, and here's some tags. And I haven't put the grommets and little baker's twine or whatever ribbon. I haven't decided on that yet. But that's the tag, and then these little tags that had the angled corners, I just kept the mats square and just matted those. And then this one, I made a little booklet. I didn't mat the inside, but I've done front and back. Tuck that there. And then in here, we have the photo mat that I already showed you, and I matted this and rounded the corners of this one. And then here we have two more of the little tags and another one of these little angle corner ones. And again, I haven't added any ties to these yet. I probably will, I just haven't yet. Okay, and this one, this side, of course, we have our side pocket inserts that we made. And then I have 3 of the little tags, and I tucked just a little square craft graphic 45 tag in here. And I might mat it, I might not, I haven't decided. And then I have just one of the cut aparts that I didn't mat because I like the back for journaling. I've got a couple that I left like that. And here's the pocket that we made, and I've just tucked a tag, and this was just, there were 2 little cut aparts that were smaller than all the others, and I made a little booklet out of that. Okay, and then one of the square cut aparts. Okay, and here was our little fussy cut tuck spot, and I've got one of the angle tags and then another one that I didn't mat the back, so that's that. And then here I just left this plain with the pieces that we had glued down, and these open and I didn't put anything on the insides here either, so plenty of room for photos there. And then here with these pockets, I just put a couple of tags, a couple of the cut aparts that I didn't mat. Here's a tag, one of the little angle tags, and another one of the cut aparts. Okay, and then here's just plain with the piece that we glued down. And then here is the belly band. And as you can see, I glued one of the tags right to the belly band. Then this, I just love this paper, so I just made myself a little tag with this paper, and it said "with love" right on the paper. This is the envelope that's part of the cut aparts, and then this was the large square little booklet that I made. So if I put this in and then put the envelope on top like that, and then added my little tag that I made, it's still a little loose, so that's why I made this. I thought this is pretty chunky, so I think if I tuck this in underneath the envelope, it'll give it enough heft to make it stay, hopefully, and not be quite so loose. And then here, this flip up, and I just tucked in the other large little booklet that I made, and then some of the other cut aparts that I hadn't used, and I just tucked those in there. Perfect place for a lot of photos. This pocket will hold a lot of stuff. Okay, so that is everything. The only thing we have left to do is the spine, which we have not yet done. And, oh, and I need to decide what I'm going to put in here. I was going to go through, I've stuck everything in here, but I had so many little tags in here. I wanted to see if one of them would fit in this little purse. Oh, and it does. And the little ribbons would hang out. Let's see. If we do it like that, with the ribbon hanging out, oh, that's cute. Do we want it on the other side? Okay, doesn't want to fit in that direction for some reason. Okay, that's weird. Okay, fit okay that way. Oh, I see, because I had it going way out, I think. No, trying to fit this in here. Oh, there we go. Just so that's a little difficult. That may not be worth the effort. Don't want to bend that tag. Let's see. Goes like that, but I'm afraid somebody would pull it out and then not be able to get it back in, and then you'd have a problem. So let me think on that. And I have plenty of scraps, so I'll probably just make a couple of little somethings to stick in there. Okay, so let's do the spine. Just tying this to get it out of the way. Well, I was tying it. Hang on. Okay. All right, so for the spine, I need a piece that is, well, I want it the same length as this one, so what did I use? Looks like 8.5. Okay, so 8.5 by 2 1/4, I think. Yeah, 8.5 by 2 1/4. So this is the piece that I cut for the spine, and this is the piece that I cut off of the piece I cut for the spine, and we may save this to go in here. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this. And I'm inking this side more heavily to try and match the pre-aging that's on that side a little bit. Okay. And let's see. I like it better this way, I think. Yeah, this way. Okay. Now, that looks a little short and a little fat. Well, I'm not going to worry about being short because I want to use this piece. I just trimmed off that edge a little bit to make it fit better. And it is a little short. I don't know if I cut it short or I measured it short, but just make sure you measure yours. And I will probably just put a little, I'm going to match it at the top, but leave the bottom off, you know, where it's a little too short at the bottom, and I'll add a little something there to disguise the fact. Okay. And I like to put my book upright when I put the spine on. Make sure I've got this the direction I wanted it. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? I haven't glued this down yet. Hang on. I was going to add one of those, whoops, there's my camera. One of these little rings to do a dangly charm thing. Hang on. Those out, make it easier to get at. Okay, there we go. tool, poke a hole in it. All right. Okay, hopefully that's centered because I eyeballed it. Okay, let me just re-glue, dry it a little bit on me since I was futzing around with that. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Sure that's straight. Okay, there we go. And let's work that on. Okay. That looks good, and then I just need to add a little something at the bottom. And actually, I could use where I cut off and nobody would ever probably even notice it, but I think I would, so that would bother me. Let's see what we've got. Hang on, I know what we have. What do I do with it? Okay, I have this piece, and this piece is what came off of here when I cut that, and I'm just going to cut that to width and just bring it right around. And I'm kind of glad that happened because I really like the way that looks. Okay, so let me just double check my width since I seem to be measuring things wrong today. It's 2 1/8. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I cut it off the correct side. So that's going to go there, so it needs to come off this side. Okay. Good. That's going to look nice. Let's get that inked. Okay, and I'm wondering if I want to tuck a little lace under it to match what's there. No, I don't think so. Got the crew. Hang on. Is that the right? Oh, I almost glued. Is that the right side? No, I had it right in the first place. Oof, almost did it backwards. Okay. Just pulling it near me to make sure I've got it right. Okay. Well, I don't know how good that is. My hands are. Okay, I think that's all right. Okay. That looks, yeah, I like the way that comes around like that. Okay. Get rid of these. And here's my pen. My camera back. Okay. Now, let's make a little something to go in here. And I did have, oh, I got glue on there. Okay. I did have this that I just saved. And I wonder if I'd do better off to put something horizontal into this pocket. That's a good width. I'm just going to take my pencil and right about there is the height that I would want, I think. Okay, so let's see what that is. 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Okay, and this is just, it could be wider than what I have, but this is what I have. I've got 3.5 by 3 3/4, so I'm going to cut that. So I just happen to have this scrap that just about fits it, so I'm just going to mat it with that. Forgot my microphone again. Let's go ahead and glue this. Then, let's see, tuck that in there. Okay, I literally just measured that. Oh, did I put it the wrong way? Okay, what did I do? Oh, there it goes. Sheepers. All right, or maybe it was stuck on something. Okay, so if I put that like that, right? And then if we make a hole in the corner and put a little tie of some kind, how about we do that? Got to get some new grommets. I almost only have like silver and white left. I'm out of the warm color ones. Almost. This may be the last one I had. Okay, so if we do that and then we add a little something there. So let me grab, thought I had it, oh I did, seam binding. And I wonder if we want to add a little baker's twine to that as well. I have this golden white baker's twine. It's the same one I used in Christmas in the Country. Let's put that with it and see how we like that. Oh, I don't like the way that looks. Hang on. Okay, so it's too clunky there on the corner if I do it that way. I mean, we're still going to do it. We're just going to do it different. So we're just going to put this through. Okay. And then we are going to line up the ends like this. Let's get this gold to the outside. And then, so it's just passed through, it's not knotted. And I'm just going to use my little Tim Holtz tiny attacher. and staple right through it, and then trim the ends like that. Okay, so when this gets put in there and then you close it, you have that sticking out, which looks super cute. Okay, it might be a little long. It's cute, but it's long. Let's just trim it a little bit. How's that? Yeah, that's a little better. And then I have this little key, which I thought about attaching somewhere, but I don't know. I'm not sure, because I still want to add a jewel there, so I think I'll leave the key off. All right, let's clean up again some of this stuff. Okay, so I've got my seam binding, my twine, I've got some grommets, and I've got some hole reinforcements. So last thing I want to do is go through and add decoration to some of these tags. Oops. Anyway, let's see. Now these we need to be careful because they're, you know, they're inside the book, but we could still add just a little of this gold twine, I think. So let me get my. Now you could use an office hole punch, and if mine was handy, I would. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's use these little guys. And these were just white, and I just went over them with some ink. You know, with this thing with some ink. I don't know what that thing's called. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm just sort of eyeballing where that goes. Then I'll punch it. Like that. And put one on the back. You can use whatever color. I just thought these pink ones were kind of pretty that I had done. There's also a punch, and I have one, that you can actually make these out of your decorative paper. All right. Get my scissors. There we go. Just a little something there. It's not, I mean, it's not much, but it just adds a little finishing touch. Okay. Go to that one, and then we have these two, and I'm going to do these the same. Okay. I'll put that one a little low, but that's okay. Okay. I definitely put that one way too low. So just be careful of that when you're doing yours. I could put this one too low too. Yep. Okay, so there's that. Put the others much higher. Okay, there's that. Now we have, these are all done. I have this tag here, which I haven't got anything on. This is a graphic 45. So I'm going to mat this. I don't want to put it in like that. So let us grab the die. Hopefully you can see. I have this square. This is one of the square cut-aparts. And it had a purple edge that I didn't like, and I cut the purple edge off. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd left it on. But I think this will just fit. So let's try it. Shifting it to the side. I don't know if you can see. I'm just placing it on there as best I can. Okay. I hate that sound. Whoops, I think I just moved the camera. Sorry about that. Hang on. Let's bring you forward a little again. Okay. Yes, that just made it. Perfect. Okay. Upside down. Be careful with these graphic 45 tags. They have a front and back. Yeah, that looks really cute. Okay. Oops, didn't do that very well, did I? I'm going to turn it upside down where I can see it. There we go. I think that's straight. At least reasonably straight. Okay, there we go. And where's my baby wipe? Okay. There we go. That looks really cute. Okay, and let me put the pin back in. And let's add some seam binding. I think I'll use both just to try to echo the way we did the outside. There we go. And now let's add a little piece of this twine in too. Go. It's kind of fluffy. Whoops. Okay, I won't get that one yet. That one's still a little long. Okay, there we go. And let's tuck that back in. Behind those, and then we still have this little one here. We're just going to leave that like that. Okay, that's cute. And let's see, we've got one here. We just have envelopes and things. We don't have anything that would need one here, and those in the pocket we're going to leave. All right, I think with that, let me clean up again, because I think we are done. All right, so there we are with our finished Stamperia Grand Hotel. I will make a dangle for this spine, but I haven't yet. But other than that, we're done. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you did too. Again, there's links down below to purchase the paper and to get the download of the free cutting guide and templates on my blog. Also to Country Craft Creations, where I got my cardstock. And again, this is not a sponsored post in any way, but that's just where I get my cardstock. It's my favorite, and I just like it the best. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Please reach out if you have any questions. If you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And if you haven't yet, please go ahead and do so. I post pretty often, and we do a lot of projects together. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.